Here we have the current stock market update for SoFi Technologies Incorporated, stock ticker SOFI. Before we begin, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comments section so that other traders will be able to find this information more easily on the platform. So as we can see here, we have the 4-minute price chart, and we can drill in to the recent price movements here to see that the stock has managed to post some fairly significant new highs. At the moment, we did break above the prior resistance zone, which came in at $8.06. I will need to update uh, this price high here. So currently, what we're seeing here is a price movement above the 825 mark. And this is fairly significant because what this does tell us is that we have now broken above this prior price high, which came in during the July 18 trading session. This was very significant in terms of price movements for many reasons. And in this video, we will explain these price levels more clearly so that we can understand exactly why this was an important breakout and where share prices are likely to head going forward. So as we can see here, this current trend wave here was the dominant trend trajectory influencer, if you could say that, because as we can see here, there were two situations where the share price itself had some extreme difficulty in overcoming the $8 mark. The first time we saw this price level tested, we ultimately saw lows coming in, below the $7 mark, and then the next retest of this level failed to match that prior 806 resistance zone. So in other words, this really did show a huge amount of weakness because share prices ultimately broke to new lows at $6.01 rather than the prior lows coming in at $6.15. So overall, there was some real cause for concern here. The fact that we were not able to retest the prior highs and the fact that we made new lower lows, that was a bit of a warning signal. So the fact that the share price itself was able to reverse so strongly does show that a lot of these downward price movements were probably based on external factors. One situation that I could point to here would be the NVIDIA earnings release. Specifically, the NVIDIA reports their Q2 earnings after the bell on Wednesday, and there was a lot of uncertainty that was spread throughout the market based on that report. In other words, there was a lot of selling pressure that was being placed on the broader indexes and throughout the technology space. Simply due to the fact that it wasn't really clear how well NVIDIA had performed in the prior quarter and whether or not we would see positive or negative surprises in that report. So I do think that a lot of this downside price movement was in anticipation of that event because as we can see here, share prices managed to reverse quite strongly after those numbers were released. So after that event risk was sort of off the table, we were able to see the stock gain its footing and start to make a surging move higher. So as things currently stand, if we drill into this price chart a bit, we should understand that we're not completely out of the woods just yet. It is encouraging to see that share prices were able to post new highs here, but we really didn't see a much of a convincing close here on a daily basis or even on a weekly basis. Today is the Friday trading session, so what you would ultimately like to see here would be for the stock to close above this $8.06 mark. That would be a very critical price level to break to the top side and then close above there as well. So the way things that are currently looking on this price chart, it does not look at the moment like that is going to be the trend direction that closes out the trading period. I mean, we have to see how things work out here for the remainder of the day. There's still about 4 hours left in trading. So it is possible that we could see a reversal here. But the real question is going to be whether or not traders are starting to take profits on this upward surging price move and then possibly re-enter again at lower levels. So if we take a look at the indicator reading here, we can see some fairly significant developments here as well, at least from a longer term basis. So currently what we have here is a price break to the top side that has sort of eradicated or invalidated the prior bearish momentum that was being seen for this stock. So this upward price movement here, the purple line on the bottom of the price chart has now broken through its prior downtrend. So what this tells us is that the overall bearish trend momentum that was governing the stock or controlling the stock previously has now completed itself, run its course, and is no longer the dominant trend direction. In addition to that, we can see that there is a longer term bullish price wave here that is leading to positive share price momentum for this stock. So this is a positive indicator here because what we're seeing is a movement higher that really stems all the way back to the $6.01 price lows that were generated during the August 7 trading session. What this really means here is that there was a bullish divergence on the price chart, and this is likely what led to this surging price move higher. So we did see evidence here on the price chart itself that we would start to see a movement like this. So this really does show that this technical analysis strategy does hold water, and it does predict future price values, even during situations where the stock price itself is heading much lower. So we can see that this occurred as the stock was making new lows. So these technical analysis strategies are the real thing, and they do help us to sort of develop profitable trading strategies. And this is why I focus on these types of strategies in the member section of the channel. In the member trading room, we do have several stocks, small cap stocks, that are expected to significantly outperform SoFi. Overall, I do think that we're seeing some positive signals on this price chart. However, I don't really believe that this stock is the best stock to be buying at the moment. I think that there are much better names that we could be watching. So, this is why I focus on those names in the member section, where we do outline real trades with entry levels, stop loss levels, price targets, everything that a beginner would need in order to get started. So as things currently stand, we do need to look for potential support zones to the downside. As we can see here, there was a prior support zone that had formed right around $7.65. So even though we are starting to see a bit of a downside price movement here, overall, I would expect prices to at least find some support in that area. We would have to revisit the stock at that point to see if, how share prices actually behave on a retest of that area. But as we can see here, this rising yellow line is the 20-period exponential moving average, and this is very close to coming into contact with this prior Fibonacci resistance zone. So in any case where you see share prices face resistance and then break above that resistance, the expectation going forward would be that stock prices would be able to find some level of support right around that area. So if that is the case, we wouldn't expect to see share prices just completely fall through the $7.65 mark on first test. So here's the current market update for SoFi Technologies Incorporated, stock ticker SOFI. Our high-value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high-conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk-to-reward metrics that target massive, market-beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.